guys, happy Halloween. Today is Halloween. I figured I'd do this video and show you guys some of the masks that I picked up this year throughout the Halloween season, going to different thrift stores and things like that. Every year, around the Halloween season, I go to all the thrift shops and flea markets and things like that in my area, looking for old vintage masks and cool masks that normally you'd pay a lot more money for if you went through a collector or through eBay or something like that. You know, you can get them for dirt cheap that way, and it's fun. You know, it's the thrill of the hunt. You know, going out to the stores and just trying to find something cool. I've literally found hundreds of masks this year. Only took a few home, ones that I actually wanted to keep, that I felt were either shelf worthy or just cool, something I wanted to collect. But yeah, so let's get into it. The first one I'll show you, I did a separate video on this. I did do a video on this one because it was just too cool not to. And probably my favorite score of the year, for sure, is the Don Post skull. This is a vinyl skull mask. A lot of people are familiar with this. Huge score. Really glad to find this one. It was only a few bucks. This one is from, I think, 82 to 83 is about the year when they made these particular white skulls. They call them the white skulls. Beautiful mask, great shape. Definitely my top score of the year. So yeah, the Don Post skull. Next is another really cool one that I found. I actually scored this one yesterday. This is a 1983 Be Something Studios hobo mask. So he's got an old cigarette burnt down to the ash hanging out of his mouth. Really cool. I got him all stuffed. I'm not going to take him out, but he still has the tag inside. 1983 Be Something Studios. It's a Bill Weistrom sculpt. It has bye-bye molded inside the latex on the inside of the mask. They come up with this stocking hood attached, not ripped or anything like that. This thing's in immaculate shape. You know, this mask is a little older than I am, and it's still just fantastic shape. I find a lot of cool Be Something Studio stuff quite frequently, actually, when I go out to the thrift stores and things. Not a whole lot this year. Last year I found a lot of Be Something stuff. This year not so much, but glad to snag this one. The hair's still intact, great shape. It's only supposed to be on the one side like that. Got a big old welt and bruise up there. Got the gin blossom nose. So yeah, really cool. Glad to snag this one. Another Be Something mask I grabbed. I'm not sure what year this one is. 2007, so this one's a little newer, but still kind of cool. It's another Be Something Studios mask. It's a Weistrom sculpt. It's got bye-bye on the inside of it. Just a cool skull with a hat attached to it. It's like $1, so I couldn't pass it up, so I had to grab it. Another cool Be Something Studios mask. Next, this one. I was really glad to score this one. Very, very cool mask. If you guys are familiar with the movie Slaughter High, really cool movie, great, you know, 80s B slasher movie. But the killer in that movie wears this mask right here, which it's a vinyl Caesar mask, an older one. God, what does it say? 1977, I think, on this one. That's what the stamp is. I don't know how many years throughout that they made these. Probably have the same stamp, but you know, they're older, from the 70s and the 80s. And this, again, this is not a screen used mask, but this same mask, same type of mask, you know, a vinyl Caesar old man mask, was used in the movie. So the main killer in Slaughter High runs around with this mask on. Very cool. Glad to grab this. Grab it for a couple bucks. Hair's a little crazy, but I can always kind of get it back into shape if I need to. And I'm not sure if it's exactly called the Old Man. I have to go back and check the old catalogs. It might have a different name, but yeah. It's old Caesar mask, again, just like in Slaughter High. See the Caesar stamp under the chin. Very cool. Was ecstatic when I found this one. Next, you know, every time I go to the Goodwills and thrift stores, I find lots of Funworld stuff. Lots of Scream masks, Ghostface masks. They're a dime a dozen, you know. I passed up, you know, probably 50 of them this year. I did grab a handful of Funworld stuff. I do like Funworld stuff. The top Funworld score I got this year was a tagged Fantastic Faces boogie mask. It's not the regular Ghostface, you know, Scream, which would have been a lot better, but very cool. Still has the vanilla smell to it, surprisingly. After all these years, has the cloth shroud. So very cool Funworld score. tag is actually, it's tagged backwards. The tag's actually supposed to be, this is supposed to be on the front. But either way, tagged Fantastic Faces Boogie Mask. A very good score. Also, I grabbed a Fantastic Faces, got the cloth hood, Fantastic Faces, Funworld Div stamped, Grin. This one, the nose has been cut out. I kind of fixed it, but still a really cool mask. I don't have a Grin in my collection. I wasn't looking to get a Grin so much, but I will take a Fantastic Grin, just because they're the older ones. It's got a little thicker vinyl. It's got the cloth hood. So yeah, another Funworld score. Another Funworld score I got this one for, I think, $3. But I have one similar to it with the tongue out, but I couldn't pass this up. The Scary Movie spoof Scream mask. I like these because they're really thick. These are a lot thicker than a lot of the Scream masks you find that have the, you know, the thin polyester hood or whatever. It is a little stained on the chin. Looks like they had it laying. I know with this kind of material, if you leave them laying on like another mask of a different color, they will kind of bleed into them. Don't know if I can fix it or not, but it's a little orange on the chin. Not a big deal. What's up? Still a cool score. Okay, let's see what else. I got a lot of stuff this year. These, nothing too crazy, but these are Funworld chimp masks. This one's like brand new and it has an EU stamp on the chin. This one, same mold, much older, much older. Has the Funworld tag on the inside. But same mold. Same mold. There's a couple of cool Funworld chimps. A couple bucks, so I figured I'd snag them. This is a very cool score. Funworld Div stamped chin. Has the cloth, really nice condition cloth shroud. You know, no wrinkles or anything in it. This is a Fearsome Faces Scream mask. Scream 2 era, I believe. I know it's a lot of Funworld stuff, but a lot of this is what you find at the stores, you know. But anything with the cloth hood, I'll usually grab. So this is Fearsome Faces Scream mask. Good score. This mask I scored yesterday too. Don't know anything about this. I can't find anything stamp-wise on it. I'll figure it out eventually. I just haven't done much homework on it. But it's a cool. It's vinyl. It's pretty thick vinyl. Just a cool kind of skull. I think it glows in the dark. I'm not 100% positive. I haven't checked it yet. But I really like the shroud. It almost has one of these old Be Something Studios shrouds. It's a real thick plush shroud. It's not one of those cheap ones. So that's what makes me think it's a little older, because the older masks always seem to have the nicer shrouds on the back. But I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of a cool hooded skull mask. No info on it yet, but figured for a couple bucks I'd snag it. I think it was like 50 cents even, this one. Next, what else? Oh, I grabbed these. They were cheap. Who makes these? Just Disguise Inc. It's another company like Ruby's or Paper Magic Group. Disguise Inc. But found these cool old skeleton hands, skeleton gloves. They're vinyl, really thick vinyl. Don't know if I'll ever use them for anything. I might display them or something. I don't know. Kind of cool. Cool. They're black on the bottom. Again, I think I got these for like 50 cents, so I just grabbed them. I couldn't pass them up. They're kind of cool. And I think that's about it, guys. I'm trying to think if there's anything I got this year that I put up. I found a couple more vinyl president masks, Caesar presidential masks. I got a kind of little small collection of those going. I'm not going to show them though, just because they're not all that cool. Maybe I'll show my whole collection eventually. Oh, here we go. Oop, I also grabbed a couple of these Funworld skulls. These were cheap, so I grabbed these. A Scarecrow Scream mask. Smaller scores, and then I also found this. Forgot about this guy. It's an old made in Sri Lanka. It's like I think it's another off-brand of Topstone, or maybe one of Topstone's competitors. I'm not sure. Well, the one was that say made in Sri Lanka. I think they're old Topstones, but Really really old mask, really thin. A lot of these don't survive because they rot away because they're just paper thin, cheap latex. But really cool sculpt. It's got the sculpted hair, the crazy face. So some kind of old, again, made in Sri Lanka, Topstones type old mask. Kind of cool. I like these older ones. Again, they don't last very long, so it's kind of hard to find these when they're not rotted. So, but yeah, lots of good stuff this year. Again, you know, some of my favorites. You know, Don Post, Be Something Studios, you know, Caesar. Great stuff. Awesome scores. You know, the thrift stores, again, you're not going to find a lot of Death Studios and things like that, but you will find old distortion stuff. You know, Don Post, Caesar, Be Something Studios, Funworld, etc. So again, always looking for the old stuff. You know, today's Halloween, so sadly, it's probably the last, you know, it's pretty much over for the season. You know, there's always next year, but, you know, I just love that season. There's the thrill of the hunt. I always get excited around the Halloween season. I know the thrift stores will start putting out masks, and I just love going and looking. You know, you'll go through, you know, 20 or 30 crappy masks, go to a few different stores, but you always, you know, when you find that one mask you've been looking for, it's just a really awesome feeling. So, yeah, like I said, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, guys. Lots of cool scores this year. Can't wait till next year. So, hope everybody has a great Halloween, and thanks for watching. Later.